my Zoom arms are tired. No, I don't know. Maybe there's a joke there with about Zoom arms. Okay, we are streaming on YouTube, which is a fun thing. Oh, there we go. And that started. Okay, and now I'll start. Um, it's funny how many times I do this and how I forget what to do. I'm going to record. I'll share my screen and I'll say welcome to everybody. Hi, everybody. Definitely
Awesome.
tell us where you're coming from in the chat. People are already doing that. I'm going to share my screen and welcome you all here. It's Friday Night Comics. Welcome. For some of you, it's Friday afternoon. So for some of you, it's Saturday morning, wherever you're coming from. We appreciate you being here at this hour that we call Friday night over here on the East Coast of the United States anyway. Let's see, how do I go to another screen? It's the We Believe in Comics at the Sequential Artists Workshop. We're a nonprofit, if you don't know that. And we have a lot of online courses and things like that. You can find them at learn.sawcomics.org. Oops. How do I go? Come on. Oh my goodness. This is very strange. There we go. Some of the upcoming courses, Tommy Parrish is going to be teaching about making merch and stuff like that. That's going to be kind of cool. Not kind of, I think it's going to be super cool. I've never had a course like that. Justine Mara Anderson is teaching something called Shadow Dance. You can go see those at learn.sawcomics.org. Next week in the spot Friday night, we're having a live comics reading with some of the people who've been at SAW for a year or two, and they're going to be reading live. It'll be super fun. Let's see, what else do we have? The graphic novel intensive is coming up. That starts in June. It's 6 months, and you can make a lot of progress on your graphic novel. You can get it finished, maybe. Maybe you can just make all that progress that you need to make to get a big head of steam so that you can finish it later. That starts in June. If you haven't checked out The Terrible Anvil, that's the podcast that Jess Relifson and I are doing. We talk about a different part of comics that makes us feel awful, and we try and help you not feel awful about it. Last 2 weeks ago was lower your expectations and meet your goals. Okay, enough about that. So anyway, thank you for donating. All survives from tuitions and donations. And so if you donated to tonight, that helps us keep these free for everybody, and it helps us pay the artists. And you can support us. I'll put it in the chat, some of the ways to support us, but it's PayPal, Patreon, and a lot of the usual places. You can go to our website. You can become a sustaining member. That helps a lot as well. So please, no inappropriate speech or imagery, no trolling or hate speech. Please keep it PG-13. Share what you do tonight. Hashtag Friday Night Comics works really well. You can tag us at Comics Workshop. I'll put Beth's at symbol tag. I'm not sure what you call it, handle. I'll put that in the chat. And you can also go to members.cellcomics.org and join hundreds of us sharing the work there. Oh, also, we've been putting it on Seesaw Comics. We've been making these PDFs. So in the chat, you'll see me say, hey, upload what you do tonight, and we'll put it into a little PDF. And the PDFs look like this. This is one we did about a month ago. And we put those on Saw Comics, and you can see those and download those, and they're really wonderful too. Special shout out to Edgar Russell, who often is on our Friday night calls, and he in 2 days is doing a live oral story on Zoom, so you can catch it, and I'll put that in the chat too. And I don't know if Edgar's here yet, but he might be, he might not be. But anyway, enjoy. Here we are with Beth Hetland with Creepy Crawlies. This is super cool. I love that. I love that we're doing it in April too. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing. So Beth, thank you for being here. I'm going to spotlight you. It'll make you get big on your own screen. Whoa.
Amazing.
And
Can I hide my own view then too?
you certainly can. Oh,
Awesome.
although I wonder what that'll get you. If
No,
you,
it doesn't. That's all right.
oh, funny. Oh, yeah, I've
That's
never tried.
okay.
Sorry about that.
No, no, no.
Okay. Anyway, welcome, and yeah, we're eager to see what creepy crawlies means and what you're gonna do for us. And thank you for being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed viewing the catalog of different Friday night workshops that is available, and I just had a blast. And I see some familiar names and some familiar faces, and a lot of you are new, and I'm so excited to meet you. Thank you so much for joining me. But we're not here to just chit chat. We're here to do some comics. I don't know if you know this, so I'm gonna get all of this queued up and we're gonna get going. But my name's Beth. I use she, her pronouns. I'm a faculty at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. I teach comics and comics adjacent classes. I am also a cartoonist in my own right, and we're going to talk about some creepy crawlies and make some comics. So here's my little fact sheet. I've already mentioned some of this. I live in Chicago. I really like sandwiches and horror movies and early spring blooms, which in Chicago is happening right outside my window. I really don't like spiders, the heat, or those spooky guardian robots in any of the newer Zelda games. I also have two cats who you may see make an appearance in this window behind me. They're very upset that I have shut my studio door for this evening. I make a lot of different comics. Some of them are more traditional comics and graphic novels, and some of them are more interactive and artist books. The one that's brand new, totally fresh, tender. This is a psychological thriller and body horror. So if you're not into that, don't look at it. I know I seem really nice and bubbly, but there's some yucky stuff in there. But I also really love kid-friendly stuff. I also really love interactive things, artist books, any kind of inventive structure. So this one's called Creepy Crawlies, and when I was thinking about what kind of workshop I want to do, I thought about creating creatures and creating things that kind of freak us out a little bit. And this has a really big historical precedent globally, is that when we don't really understand what we're seeing, we kind of mash the things we do understand together to make a thing that's close. So some of these might be familiar to you, some of them might not be, but a classic example would be a chimera, where it's multiple different animals sort of smashed together, or something where it's like a hydra, there's multiple heads, but somehow they keep growing back. And that's kind of how I like to think about creating eerie or unsettling things, is that it's a mixture of different types of traits from real life animals or real life people that make me feel uncomfortable. And I think that that's really successful. So what do I call spooky traits? So some spooky traits you're seeing on the screen here are definitions of, I think, what are the different parts of our bodies? So eyeballs, teeth, legs and arms, fingers, our body in general, and then texture. So some of these questions, depending on how far you push them, will push you into something that becomes a creepy crawly or something that becomes kind of spooky. Like teeth, what if there's too many of them? What if they're not in your mouth? That's yucky. I don't like that. Or textures for things. What if you're sticky? What if you're sharp? What if you're scaly? And that really depends on the person. I know that for me, I'm less bothered by a scaly thing, and I'm more bothered by like a sticky, furry thing. And so it kind of depends. So you can like think of these as different like volume knobs, and you can turn them up and you can turn them down, and you can maybe turn them inside out, right? Like think about, what does it look like if your arms bend the other way? That's really unsettling. I don't care for that very much. But flamingos have legs that bend in a way that our knees don't bend in. So what's normal for them is not normal for me. And therefore, it crosses that line from kind of order to chaos, which is how I think about horror and things that are disturbing. So these are some of our kind of like tools in our toolbox. And the other thing that I think makes creepy crawlies extra creepy is that they show up in a place you don't expect. Some of the classic places are under the bed or in a closet or in a basement. But also, what does it mean if a little guy crawls out of your birthday cake? Or what if you are smelling a flower and there's like a little buddy in there? Like, is that creepy? Is that cute? Like, depends on what it is. Or you open a piñata and somebody climbs out, right? This type of unexpected is what makes us unsettled and what makes us think about how this shifts again from order to chaos, okay? So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to make some guys based out of real life creatures. So part one, and I'm hoping, because many of you are maybe return friends for this Friday night workshop, is that you should have some kind of drawing implement and some kind of drawing surface, whether that's a pencil and paper or a crayon and a wall. I don't know. Do we all have this? Looking for some head nods, some thumbs up. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to design a creature using real critter attributes. And we're going to do this very quickly because what I want is for us to get just kind of the basics. This is not the meat of the workshop. We're going to have 1 minute per creature, and we're going to do this 4 times. So some things that I want you to think about while I go through this is I want you to work quickly. I want you to pick the traits of the creatures that are unsettling to you. Now, on the screen here, we have kind of a silhouette of a wasp and like a deer, right? Deers are cute. Maybe not so unsettling about that. But what if a wasp had deer hoofs? That's not okay. I don't like that, right? So we're trying to figure
Oh,
out what are the things that don't really fit, and we're going to put them together into something new. I also want to encourage you to use basic
so
shapes. Oh, sorry, Tom, go ahead.
I was just going to ask it. So is it mixing and matching is one way to think of it?
Yeah, mixing and matching, exactly. And you can pick and choose what you like, what you don't like. And to encourage you to use basic shapes. So this is not about realistic rendering. This is not about scientific illustration. This is about getting the gist of the thing and applying it to a new shape. Okay. So I'm gonna pause this right here and
Cool.
ask if there are questions about what part 1 is going to be before I reveal how we are influenced by part 1. Any questions?
I don't see any in the chat. If people have them, they can put it in
Okay.
the chat. But I wrote it down in the chat. Design a creature using real critter attributes in 1 minute or quickly. Pick unsettling traits, use basic shapes. And we're going to do this 4 times.
Okay.
You're going to tell us when to start.
I will. And part of this is that I'm going to make a little spinny wheel for what we are going to mix and match. Are we ready?
Oh,
So
we all are going
I
to do.
Oh yes.
Oh, goodness.
So I've picked a handful of buddies that either I like or don't like, and I'm gonna spin this wheel. So our first one, here it goes. Da, da, da. It's just like a game show. Number 1 is an octopus. Okay, so before we go to the next one, I want you to write down octopus and just kind of think about what does an octopus offer. So their eyeballs are on the sides of their head. They have kind of a lumpy body. They got squiggly arms with tentacles. They're super smart. They change color. Some octopi can go above land for a bit. Also weird. Okay. Some of them glow in the dark. Okay. So we're gonna hide this choice and we're gonna do critter number 2. Here it goes. I should have made a jingle for this, but I didn't. Okay. Ooh, 2 water guys. So this is a leafy sea dragon, which you may be less familiar with, but this is a type of seahorse that looks kind of like a pile of leaves. So he's got like a big snout. These little bunches. I also have a bigger view of this so that we can take a look at him real good, just in case. So for our leafy guy. Sorry, one of the challenges of doing it as like a randomized is that I don't have the image pulled up right this second because it's in my folder. He's not there. Okay. Well, that's a bummer. He's looks kind of like a horse. Looks kind of like an S shape. He's got leaves sticking out of him. Those are body parts. They're not actual plants. And then he's got a big long nose. Okay? So I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute. And we're just going to do a really quick sketch
Combining the
of
two.
mixing and matching those parts. Okay? Here we go. Some of you are drawing already, and that's fine. 1 minute.
All right.
Let's go.
Oh, you're switching. Cool.
I am. Got to make sure I hit trust on this, which I thought I did, but that's okay.
I love the web spinny wheel.
Yeah, freespinnywheel.com. Thanks, guys. So that was roughly 1 minute. So this is just about as detailed as we need to get, okay? So
Right.
this is my guy who's got kind of a big body. He's got his like octopus eyes and a trumpet nose, and then his legs are like those leaves from this seahorse.
Cool.
All right, so we're gonna do, maybe we'll just do 3 of these so that we have plenty of time to do our comic, but let's do another spinny dragon. We're gonna move this share to here. Boop.
All right.
Okay, here we go. Da da da. Ooh, one of my least favorite, a giant spider crab. So this is, he lives in the deep sea. They are gigantic, like 4 feet. They're big. And they have really big spider legs, but they also have kind of like crab little pinchers down at the very bottom of those. And they have like a big mouth pinchy guy. And they're usually pretty sharp and spiky. Okay. So here's our second one that we're going to merge that spider crab with. All right, an anglerfish. You may recognize these guys. They have a little bioluminescent light in front of them that sort of tempts prey to go into their mouths. They have really big jaws that have super sharp teeth, and they are usually glowy, and you can sometimes see like their skeleton through their skin. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, they're pretty wild. Those guys are bonkers. So we're
all right.
gonna, whoop.
So
Great.
one
So here comes our 1 minute. Okay, so we're merging
giant
spider crab.
and an anglerfish.
Yeah,
Hard not to go with that giant lower jaw, right? Because it's so
I
gross.
know. I think I'm gonna do like a tiny pincher instead of a light. And definitely got to get those teeth in here, you know? But maybe instead of doing the jaw.
Boy, let's see.
They have all these little spikes on them too.
Who does?
The crabs do.
Oh,
All right, so that was our 1 minute for this one. Oh boy, these are certainly creepy and crawly. I don't know how yours are turning out, but that's not so fun. Well, we're gonna do one more. And now I know we've got this wheel, but this wheel's looking kind of short of options. So maybe it's time for a new wheel.
oh, you're hiding it.
Okay, I was. Here we go. Got some new friends on here. We'll see what we get. All right. Okay, so this is a black crowned crane. So once again, this guy in and of himself, not so creepy and crawly, but really long legs that bend backwards. Lots of feathers. They have this kind of like crown or mohawk. Beaks. Who knows what those are like, right? Okay, so we got a crane, black crowned crane. And then here comes our other friend. Oh, it was almost tiger. Okay, a bat. Pretty classic. Wings, teeth, super long fingers that hold the webbing together. Hang upside down, big ears, funny little like leaf-shaped nose. All right. So we're gonna go back to
Leaf-shaped
our,
nose.
yeah, usually. Not all of them, but some of them do. Okay, we've got our 1 minute on the clock. I'm gonna shrink down some of my guys.
So a bat and a black-crowned crane. Some of us
Yeah.
have to hurry up and search that.
You can
This is
also, I mean, we don't have to be super specific, but any kind of crane will count.
Oh, I forgot to draw mine upside down.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. Oh yeah, who's this friend? Okay, that was our 1 minute there. Okay, so now that we've got some new entities in our world, these are my three, we're gonna pick our favorite or which one we kind of want to utilize or work with. So you can just put a little star. I think this guy, I think I need to keep this dude.
Mm.
I'm gonna keep this one and use him. So just kind of indicate on your own paper which one you want to work with. You're gonna see my secret Zoom info or my PowerPoint because it would be silly to go back to the big one. But for part 3, what we're going to do is we're going to take about 20 minutes. So that's roughly 5 minutes per panel. And we're going to make a 4-panel comic of this new creature sneaking out
Ah,
of an unexpected place. So my suggestion for you is that we want to pick a location. So panel 1 is a good idea for setting up some kind of location. And this can be any variety of locations. That could be inside, that could be outside. But what we want to do is find a place that you think this little guy doesn't usually hang out. So I've picked the bat and crane combo, and I definitely am not going to pick a cave because that seems too close to where a bat usually lives. And I'm not going to pick a tall, grassy area because that's like a crane situation. So I want to try to place a new spot. So I think I'm going to go in interior, but I'm not sure yet. And you don't have to pick from this list. This is just as an example. Then panel number 2, I would encourage you to repeat that location, but include some kind of sound effect or onomatopoeia that indicates that there is movement happening that we don't quite see. So if your little guy has a bunch of legs, you could have some kind of like skitter, 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 skitter. Or if he's really big, you could have right? Think about what kind of noise would this thing make, or what kind of sounds would indicate movement? Maybe a door creaking, maybe they stepped on a dog toy and it's like a wee-hoo kind of noise. I don't know, right? Then panel 3 is a good opportunity to give us a partial glimpse. So just pick part of your creature to start showing emerging from that location. And then the final panel is going to be our full creature reveal. So it would be an excellent opportunity to show that full figure at the scale you imagine them to be at. Okay?
oh.
Are we
Well,
following along? Any questions?
yeah, I've got it in the chat. You tell me if that summarizes it. It says
Yeah.
uh, panel 1 is a set. Well, it's right there on the picture, but setting, repeat the panel 2, repeat the location, but include a sound effect or an onomatopoeia. 3 is a partial glimpse. 4 is the full creature revealed at full scale. That made me realize, like, oh, it doesn't have to be the size of an anglerfish if it's based on an anglerfish. It could be enormous or super teeny tiny, or there could be hundreds of them, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. And I know we just got a request to show some of the location ideas or setting ideas. So here is this slide right now.
Beth, if
And
that's still text on your, then you could copy it and throw it in the
oh
chat. That would be,
yeah.
because it is a good list. It's a
Ha ha
super,
ha.
yeah, let's
Okie
use that.
doke. Here we go. Incoming gigantic text. Phew.
Great.
All
Is-
right.
Like who
Do
would have thought
the
music box? Like that's a really good one. Or
the
think
teapot is one of the ones I'm excited about, possibly. Do the folks in YouTube get to see the chat too, or no?
they don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that, but
That's
it's
okay.
just
Then they can pause it as they need to on the rewatch, but I'm gonna
yeah,
start our 20-minute timer right now. And so I'm gonna that way we're just kind of staying on schedule of what we want to do.
great.
And I'm gonna switch to my drawing screen unless we want to keep this up here.
No, I've got that on the chat for uh and I'll repeat it now and then for the YouTubers.
Okay,
You're right. That's a good idea. But so panel one, setting panel two, and we'll have 5 minutes per panel. Oh, cool.
great. Okay, so here's my guys again.
Feel like we should play some spooky music.
I know, I was thinking about that and I was like, what could we everybody just every now and then unmute and scream. I'm just kidding, don't do that. That would really scare me. So I'm just gonna keep my guy as like reference over here.
Mm,
But I'm gonna pop my little I'm working digitally today because I thought it would be really easy just for y'all to see what I'm doing. My like sometimes I'll use two cameras with my phone, but it is kind of like jiggly sometimes, and so I feel like it's not necessarily the quality that I like. So I'm just gonna start by putting in my panels. Yeah, that's Chris, that's an excellent suggestion. The secret word would be, I think we'd probably have to make it be comics, don't you think?
what is somebody asking?
They asked, what's the secret word, Pee Wee Herman
Oh,
style, so that
oh,
when we say
I
it, we all have
missed.
to go, ah, scream real loud. R.I.P. Pee Wee. Love and miss you, man.
I know. Okay.
Okay, so setting. Let's see here. I hope everyone's decided. I think I am gonna do teapot because that seems so strange and like uncomfortable for this dude's long legs to climb out of. Tom, what location are you gonna do?
Well, the teapot was really exciting after you mentioned it.
Oh
Uh,
no, I'll pick
no,
something else.
no, you're gonna do teapot. No, I, I may keep it a secret.
Ooh, that's even more
Oh, I
unexpected.
see you have bottom of a cup. I was thinking about a bottom of a cup, but and wow, how good is pinata though? Wow.
What's funny, I debated about piñata genuinely because technically a piñata is intended to open with something in it. But I suppose if
Hmm?
it was a little guy instead of candy, that would be pretty unexpected. This like table leg pattern seems to be like my default because it's very similar to a table that was like the kitchen table when I was growing up. And just so we are aware, we have just about 2 minutes left on our first panel.
Right.
Make this, I guess, just a dining room. Oh, thanks, Courtney. That's so nice. Welcome. Probably spending a little too much time on this kitchen, but sometimes a good location really helps it.
That teapot.
Da-da-da. I
And
was
amazing.
just, what was that?
Oh, just amazing seeing digital drawing sometimes because like you don't see the tool, you just see the
Yeah,
line.
it is kind of magical for sure. Wouldn't it be wild if I was just using my finger instead of like a pencil? Okay, so I've got my kitchen setting. Feel like need something on the wall over here. I think maybe just like a classic cross stitch home sweet home, huh? Okay. Now the other thing I love about digital is that I can take my time on this background and I can duplicate it. But I kind of like to do a little zoom in sometimes. And so I'll knock my opacity down from my duplicated piece and then redraw on top of it so that the line weight stays the same and it doesn't all of a sudden shift. And that way too, it doesn't look too exactly the same and it still retains some of the energy of drawing something over and over again, but it helps with saving the time. So I'm working on a new layer here, but putting in all these details. Table. And so now I can turn that layer off and I've got like a nice little zoom in here. Oh, do we see the picture? No. But now I have to think about a sound effect.
How are we doing on panel two? We've got about 4 minutes probably, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we should be working on our panel 2 here. So my timer says right now 12 minutes, so we've got about 3 minutes or so left on panel 2. I think, what does this guy sound like? I think he's making a little scree noise. I also, when I work digitally, I tend to put my text on a separate layer than my drawings so that I can adjust them as needed. And I'm just gonna, I think, because I kind of want to trick my viewer here. And you all, we're all friends, so we're not gonna spoil the secret, right? But so SKR and then I think ease, which sort of, not entirely, but sort of resembles like a teapot shrieking. Oh, somebody chose the same noise. Ah! Love that, Rachel. this eraser is not the guy I usually use. There we go. I'll also sometimes draw beyond the panel so that I can get a little hint of this, but I think also possibly it just might be fun to have this sound kind of be so loud that it like breaks our panel a little bit.
Whoa. It doesn't seem creepy crawly yet. It just seems like maybe there's a really loud T in there.
Exactly. And that's, that's part of that fun is like, this feels so far as two panels. Sorry, I hope I'm not making anybody too dizzy by my like zoom in, zoom out hands. This is like, just kind of like, but yeah, until we get to see a little guy, it's kind of like, oh, this seems fine. That's that unexpected part. Erasing some of my panel border where the intersections are so that it doesn't obscure my text too much. Oh, hey, Jamie. Yeah, thank you. Great,
I got you.
Tom. Good
Yeah,
summaries. I was like, who's helping us out? That's great. It's you.
yeah. That's my job. Let's see. Okay, there's the
Okay.
summary.
All right, so now we're moving on to panel 3. And in panel 3, we're gonna have a little partial glimpse of our guy. So I'm gonna have so here's my like low opacity layer of my teapot. And I think I'm gonna pull back. Actually, maybe I think I'm gonna change this angle a little bit. So maybe we'll do a whole new drawing up here. So we'll do, because I kind of
Now,
want him to come out up.
trying to come up with a sound effect. I'm making funny sounds myself to figure out what it is.
Oh yeah, that's truly the best way. Oh, I
Panel
don't
3 was,
know.
oh, the first glimpse.
Judith, I'm not sure if everybody's doing the same one. We
Well,
all did combos.
yeah, that was number one. Number two was, number three was, oh yeah. That.
This is a little bit of an exercise in having to work quickly. I'll
Oh
say
yeah.
that. Does it get easier, Tom, the more of these that you do, or anybody else that you're just like super fast?
I think I would ask that of the people here. I mean, I think a lot of people are comfortable drawing quickly. I I've never been comfortable drawing quickly. I always think it looks really lousy myself. But then I look back a couple weeks later or something, I'm like, oh, that was kind of fun. Um, it really depends on your relationship with your own sort of like inner critic. But
Yeah.
but I do think a lot of people have a lot of fun doing it quickly. My problem is that I'm
Depends.
always managing the chat at the same time.
Oh
So,
yeah, you're doing like 4 things
yeah,
because we're chatting, you're
yeah,
typing, you're drawing.
yeah. Let's
Sounds
see.
like you need to merge with something with more arms.
Yes, the octopus.
Okay. It gets better. Oh, that's good. Aw. Hey, Ange, that's fantastic.
Does sound nice. Yeah.
So as far as our time chart goes, is that technically we should be getting close to starting panel 4. But as you can see, I'm still, it was like hemming and hawing about this this close up. And I think he's got to come out legs first, because that's the part that I dislike the most on this. Look, it's not that it's bad. He's very sweet. I like this little guy, but do not need him in my teapot.
That's great. Eli
Okay.
says it. Eli feels free to just scribble fast now. That's great. I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
go.
Wow. So quick. Nikki is done and now doing coloring. Whoa. That's advanced. That's a serious advanced level Friday night workshop. Color? I didn't even consider that as an option.
Yeah, right.
But hey, that's really exciting. Good for you. Okay. All right, final panel. So this is where I'm going to zoom all the way out because I want to show the scale and size of my guy. So I think he's going to be shockingly large. So I'm going
Oh,
to make
really?
sure to, yeah, I think I'm going to make sure to include my teapot for scale. And we've got our table here. And he will have knocked the lid all the way off. So this is going to be open. Oops. Here's our little cup. That's truly a good point, Nikki, is that sometimes drawing something creepy is too much and you just got to work quick to get it done. Get
Creeping
it.
me out.
Get it out of your pen, get it out of your face. Ooh, I think even this is too big here. Do this guy. Yeah, this is like being able to like shrink and move stuff is one of my favorite parts of working digital, is that it just makes it makes me feel like that freedom to be scribbly is so nice because I can just rearrange something really fast and I don't have to worry about it.
I think my concept was good, but my reveal isn't as creepy as I wanted.
Aw.
Yeah.
Hey, that's okay.
All of these I think are first drafts. Of,
Absolutely.
they'll never be a second draft, but I still think of them as first drafts.
You can't say never. Truly, you don't know. You don't know what
No.
seeps into the psyche, Tom.
Oh, totally. Yeah, you're totally right about that. Yeah. Yeah. And that's a really good reason to keep doing these. It's just the inspiration that keeps coming for different concepts, different types of ideas, different types of handling things. I think I need whiteout. My my reveal isn't just like a blob.
I think even though I tried to make this guy a little creepy, I think he's just kind of too friendly. So I might have to make his mouth a little bit bigger. He looks like maybe this is his home. Yours is cute. We'll get an opportunity to share because our timer is just about done. So you should be adding kind of like your final details or final little notes for your guy. And then you can also use this as an opportunity to upload, yeah, to the PDF that Tom just dropped in the chat. So that was my timer going off.
Oh,
Adding
right.
just a quick shadow here.
We didn't hear the timer.
That's okay. It's just a little tinkle bell because I don't want it to, you know, creepy crawlies are scary enough. So here's my guys, and here's what I did. So I'm going to stop sharing so that we can get an opportunity to take a look at your buddies, and you can share either any of your creatures you designed, or you can share your comic that you made. And we'll all try really hard not to be too scared. Okay. That's the plan.
So if you want to share, raise your Zoom hand. Wow, and I just realized Beth's Zoom hand remained on. So let's see if that stays. And I'll share mine at the end if there's time. But I had fun. I had a lot of fun doing this. And don't forget, everybody, that you can. I'm going to put it really fast on social media. You can put it here. You can also put it in the PDF I just put. And there. Okay, so I guess we'll just dig in. Nilufar, Sarah, Judith, Walter, we'll go in that order. So I'll ask you to unmute. I'll replace Spotlight. I have to wait for people to come on video though, in order for that to work. So maybe we'll start with, there we go.
Hello.
Can I have a permission to share the screen?
Yeah, I have to give you that option. Hang on a second.
Were you working digitally as well?
There you go.
Yes, I work digitally on Cintiq.
Ooh, awesome. Yeah, you should have permission now.
Mm-hmm.
Just wait a second, it's like sound. Can I share my screen? Okay. It's counting 3, 2, 1, and
excellent.
I'm showing my do you see the screen?
Whoa, I love that like pose of like the beak and the wings.
This is the one I choose for the comic. It's like I mixed the bird with the bats from all the parts that like wings and the crown and the tail that get opened like the bat wings, and the mouth of the bird has tiny teeth, like ducks have tiny teeth too. This creature has teeth too. When they open its mouth, is very scary. I'm gonna show two other creatures too, and then I'll show the comic.
Okay, awesome.
This is the octopus with that seahorse creature.
Oh.
Octopuses have their mouth under their head, and this one have their mouth in front, and it's opened like those legs of seahorses with small arms. It can grab you and just put you inside, and it walks like it has its body and has the other legs in the end of the body.
I love that. It's like Morticia from the Addams Family when her dress is like really tight at the bottom and she kind of glides with like the that's so inventive and cool.
And this is a crab mixed with that fish. It's like you just put them above each other. It's not very creative, but it's like they have wings. They're trying to fly.
I mean, I think it's still very creative because it looks it's totally different than what mine looks like, and that's one of the things I love about this is that everybody's combos are so different, even though we have the same source material. So very cool. I love that you've got the eyeballs sticking up off the head like the crabs and the anglerfish light. Very rad.
And okay, so this is the creature for the comic, and here's the comic. And the two first panels, we know that bats sleep upside down, and this creature, although it's a bird, it can move itself to this very small ball, like squeeze itself to this very small ball, and just hang down on a tree. This, I didn't know what sound bats make when they move. It's just giggle, giggle. I don't know what else other kind of sound they made. And when it tries to open itself and get free, it makes that sound. And here's the third panel is a strange position it gets when it tries to get out. The head is like shit, it comes out, and the crown is still closed. One of the legs is coming down, and the wings are open. And when it get in the right position and not upside down anymore, it makes some bad sounds, like it screams, but it hurts your ears and try to hit your face.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so great. I love that like in between pose for panel 3, and then the like whoosh, like I feel like I can hear it like almost like a pterodactyl like screaming. That's just like that painful shrill like bird bat noise. Is like this pose that they're in is so dynamic. Very cool. Thank you.
Yes, I want to just put the human in the comic too, and it will grab the head of the human with wings and the tail, like.
Oh wow!
I couldn't imagine to draw that right now.
Well, that might be your part 2 that you could include on your own if you want.
Thanks. We'll go to Sarah next. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to get up, otherwise I can't see my screen.
There we go.
I'm just showing you the guy I did the comic about. This is my spider anglerfish. He looks very polite.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, he's got the big teeth and the anglerfish light. And so here's my comic. Oh gosh, I can't see.
Oh yeah.
Fish swimming underwater.
Uh-oh. Click, 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 click. Oh, ooh. Oh.
What is that?
Oh my gosh.
Scale.
Yeah, there he is there's the little fish in the crab.
Yeah, and that is inside of a tank, and he like reveals himself in there. That's so great.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I was trying to do a reflection here because I realized in my fish he can see his reflection in the glass, and so
ooh, yeah, so it was like sneaking up anyway. Ooh, so cool. That click 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 is so telling of like the legs and like the little pinchers. Like what a great sound effect of like a harbinger of doom. So very cool. Polite but spooky.
Awesome, Sarah. Thank you. We'll go to Judith next, and then Walter, and then Eli. Let's see.
Can I go after Walter? I just need another minute.
Sure, we'll go to Walter next if Walter's here. Walter, everybody's got their. Here's Walter.
I'll just show the comic, and you can get the reveal.
Oh boy. Uh-oh. Scream. Oh no! The last thing you want to see in a porta potty.
Really, but it just needed to go.
And I think all bats say "scree" in cartoons. So
yeah, it must be some kind of universal sound effect that we all have, but that's amazing. Yeah, Tom, I love your like. You just need to go to the bathroom. It's no big deal. Like honestly, true, but. Thank you. So rad.
Awesome, Walter. All right, we're gonna go to Eli, and then I gotta find Judith because I can't find her. Here's Eli.
Hi.
Hey.
This is fun. So we're in a dark room. Oh, let's go.
Okay, yeah.
With a birthday cake on a table, and there's like a little whoosh that comes down from the ceiling.
Uh-huh.
And then a little closer there, and there's a
An
eye
eyeball.
stalk coming up.
Oh.
What's this? Looks delicious. And then it clicks its little light on so it can investigate, get a little closer. What could this be? It's a cake. And then suddenly the lights come on. Surprise! Happy birthday!
Oh my gosh, amazing! And they were just having a surprise party.
Yep, it's a total setup.
I love that misdirect, and I also love the way you presented the misdirect with the paper covering it is like so fun.
Would have wrecked it if you could have seen it. The whole thing.
That
Yeah,
would
thanks.
be,
This was super fun.
yeah, that's ripe for like a really good page turn so that it's like whoosh, a reveal. Very cool. I love your little guide design. Nice. Thank you.
Awesome, Eli. Thanks. We're going to go to Judith next. I think I see you, Judith. Are you there? There
Waiting.
Yep.
Okay, can I share my screen?
Yeah, Judith, you should be able to.
Okay, hold on for a sec. Let's see.
right.
Let me get rid of this. Uh-oh, it shows everything all at once. I can't help that. But I couldn't resist doing a toilet. I'm sorry. And so there's the toilet and the toilet paper, etc. It's pretty clean. And there's the horrible noise coming out of it. And then a little bit of something coming out. And then it's this character who's actually kind of sweet. And you could see there's a little poop coming out of her, which is significant because it's like the opposite. People are like rushing to the toilet usually, and then so it's kind of the opposite. And I want to mention something, like I had been doing this comic stuff for a while in cartoons, but I was walking on the street one day and someone walked by me and I could hear them make a little fart. And I pictured immediately this poot, like a voice balloon saying poot. And I thought, oh my God, everything is just translated into cartoons now for me. That's the way it seems. I thought that was kind of funny and I didn't have a chance to use it. So here we go.
Oh, I'm so,
Here you go.
this is spectacular. I love your sound effects coming out of the toilet. They're so dynamic and they're so just like,
but I didn't know how to spell.
yeah, I think you've got like kind of these like guttural voice sounds. And then I'm so honored that this workshop and that I taught you, and also that you were able to utilize a poot sound effect and balloon for a fart.
So does anybody ever think that ever? Because I just thought, am I weird or what? But whatever.
I mean, you're amongst fun, weird colleagues here.
Yeah, right.
Like we all think about poots, but I feel so #blessed for that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, awesome. We'll go to
Share.
Onita next. Onita.
Hi. Oh, you're muted, friend.
Coming. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Okay. So I did this strange little character. I picked the little one in the middle.
Oh yeah. Oh.
And the odd place that it would not be found is a cereal box.
Ooh.
And then there's some wubba wubba and shaloomp. And then a hole and some little thingies coming out.
Wow.
And then it lands on the table and burps.
He ate all the cereal.
Right.
That's so cute and terrifying and just incredible. I love the wubba wubba sound effect. Like, oh my gosh, that's like lightning strike the brain. He looks like he makes that noise.
Yeah, he totally does. Like, could make that noise. So.
Excellent.
Anyway, this was a blast. Thank you.
Thank you. What a treat.
Awesome, Onita. Thank you. Susanna is next. Okay. Here we go.
Hey, so mine is based on, hold on. I'm unmuted, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, based on a true story, only the characters have been changed.
Uh-oh.
I used to live in Brooklyn. Tom, I think you can relate to this. And I used to live in an old pre-war in Brooklyn where water bugs are a thing. So every time I would get in an elevator, old dirty elevator, was never clean. When the door would open, you never knew what met you on the second door. So that was a setup. I don't know if you could tell from my very fast scribbles, but So you have to understand you had old yellow lighting in this elevator. You could barely see anything. So you're in the elevator, you have the kind of crack, the door is starting to open. Can you see?
Yeah.
And am I opening the right way? And
Yeah.
you got
oh, it's enormous.
it's much cuter than the water bugs we had.
Do you feel like if they got on, you'd be like, what floor? And then help them out?
You know what? And you know what? Honestly, I was debating between the elevator or the toilet because, you know, that was the natural habitat. But at some point, we were just buddies. We were just.
I love that that's an elevator because, like, talk about a great moment for an unexpected reveal is like that's built into the structure. It's perfect.
You never know what met you on that second door.
Yeah.
Might have been nothing, might have been a water bug. It was always exciting.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, we'll go to Linda next. Here we go.
And I unmuted?
Yep,
excellent. Thank you. So I did the octopus seahorse guy in the teapot. I was already thinking teapot when you said it, because what a terrifying place to have something happen. So here we are sitting there watching horrors of the deep on TV and having a nice hot cup of steaming tea, and there's a teapot on the table. And you get a little closer to the teapot and you can see that the lid is starting to come off, and you hear that's what mop, mop, mop is, like Steve Martin and Roxanne with his octopus. Yes, and little scree. And then here he is peeking out with the more mop, mop, mop. And then you can see the slime trail coming down as he's skittering for the other side. And then I figured this woman is like me, so she doesn't say, "Aye," she says, "Wait, come back." Who are you?
Oh, that's so amazing. Yeah, so cute. I love the like leaf hairdo on your design and like mop and like trying to articulate that like sound is so very good way to indicate that. It really makes me think of the like suckers on an octopus. So really cool.
Thank you. Oh, and you can see the sucker marks in here
Oh,
too.
yeah. Oh,
important
nice.
detail. Yes.
Absolutely. Incredible. Love it. Oh,
Awesome.
thank
Thanks.
you.
All right, we'll go to Ang next. Here we go.
Hi, this is so much fun. I'm like having a blast. I think I was inspired because I went to Red Lobster for the first time ever in my life. And and I promise it's good. So I drew like a Chinese restaurant with so the aquarium, and then all the fishies are intrigued by this tap going on in the little castle decoration. And my crab, my spider crab anglerfish creature is just tapping away in that castle with its little lights, and finally decides to come out of the castle at the very end to kind of show off to all the other fish. And I think if I were to make a part 2, it would be like them escaping the aquarium, kind of like Finding Nemo style.
Yeah, oh my gosh. I love that little like tap tap, and then they're in their castle just like grooving out to their own taps. And also you have really great like for your guy, like he's got 2 of the anglerfish lights, which I think is so clever and smart. Like love that. So rad. Thank you.
Yeah, this was so fun.
Awesome. Thanks. We'll go to Matthew next. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for hosting this. This was really fun. Here's a guy at McDonald's and something inside his mouth says "Gluck," and then this. It's some kind of bat crane.
Oh my gosh, that is a very unexpected place. I love that final panel with like similar of the like out of it, like, you know, bursting out of that guy's mouth, and then like the drop of the burger is like really the icing on the cake in that final panel is so funny and great and terrifying. Really nice.
Thanks. This was really fun.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Oh, I love this.
Go to Nancy next, and then Emily, and Sheila.
Unmuting. Okay.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, well, around here, my husband has the presidential candidates always on TV. So we're asleep and they're arguing on TV because it's 24/7 here. And then they start screaming. And we wake up to see that they've both turned into those bat creatures.
Oh my goodness. That's incredible. I love that. The shock face that you two have and the fact that both of them become the creatures is really great. And like another classic is you have a dog who senses it right away.
Right.
Always trust your pets when they act weird. That's the signal, right? Wow.
Right.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you for the idea.
Thanks, Nancy. Oops. We'll go to Emily next.
Cool. Can I share screen?
Yeah, let me set that up for you.
Also, I'm really excited for Tender. I cannot wait to read it. So
thank
really
you.
Cool that you're hosting this. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Let me try. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys a cinematic experience, okay?
Oh boy, I love that. Okay.
Spin.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Yes.
And then I wanted to, this is like the little guys. I love my little guys. They're so cute.
They're really cute. These are so well done. I love the one that you picked and the fact that like the Skippy jar and the like lid spins off from the inside and like his little mouth licking covered in peanut butter is so great. Oh yes. Do you know, are you like an octopus fan? Do you know that they are like very good at opening jars?
I did know that. That was kind of a reference. And also I think they're a little yucky, as cool as they are.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
like this. It does something to me.
They are a little yucky. Absolutely. Like what's that about? Why are they like that? Who knows? But I guess good for them, right? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Emily. We'll go to Sheila next. Here we go.
All right. Hi, everybody. Thanks for doing this. So mine starts out with, oh, you can't, it's backwards, right? But
no, it's actually right way for us. Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay. We're going to Shelly's Snack Shack and there's a drive-through. I was trying to draw a sea cucumber car, but it got a little weird. But then you order here and they say, hello, can I take your order? One conch burger, please. And so then I featured the other character that you had us do. Here you go. So there's the crane bat, and you just see a little reveal of a little bit of the pincher, and there he is eating his.
Oh, yes. Wow, you really nailed that anglerfish shape with the jaw and the teeth and like just that particular angle and like talk about a perfect mouth for a burger, huh? Like,
oh, thank you.
Just
I'm
ready
kind of a
to,
fish fan. Yeah.
Ready to chomp on it.
Fish
And
fan.
also like props to some excellent puns and the like shello, how can I help you is just chef's kiss. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. We'll go to Rebecca next and then Lee and then Chris. Let's see if Rebecca is ready though. Might have to go to Lee next.
Yeah, would you come back to me?
Sure. We'll go to Lee.
Thank you.
There we go. That's good. We can hear you.
All right. It was prompting me like 3 times. All right. So I will start with the 4 panels. And so we start out with a willow tree on a cliff in the moonlight, and then you hear a slither, and then there we go. You see a little bit of it coming out of the knothole, and then the reveal.
Wow, a willow tree is so perfect for that guy. I love that. Talk about like camouflage with his little leafy body parts. Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was going for like, oh, and I also I gave them extra eyes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Along the
Because-
side. Very cool.
Yeah. So here was the idea initially for the whole thing. I'm not sure if you can see it in this light.
Oh, it's a little light. Oh, wait, there it is. Yeah. Oh, cool. Nice. Excellent. Very great. Like, I love that. And like, also such a picturesque setting that then turns terrible. So thank you.
Thank you.
I will be examining my willow trees extra closely from here on out.
Especially if they slither.
Oh, yes. Oh, absolutely.
All right, we're gonna go to Chris next. We'll come to Rebecca soon.
Right, well, just so you know what's coming, that's the creature that I was trying to work with. It's
Yes.
yeah.
Incredible. Love those teeth.
Hey, how was your day? I'll make you some coffee.
Oh.
No, don't make coffee.
You know, there's a noise in the fridge. Clunk, did you hear something? Hey, will you get the half and half?
Uh-oh.
And then just grabbing the half and half. And then there's the big creature.
Oh my gosh, that is such a perfect setup for like a horror movie where you see the little eyeballs and you're like, no. Oh my gosh. I love that.
This was fun. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Excellent. Really good, like bury the lead of that setup too. Just Cash, can you get the half and half? What was that? I don't know. Thank you.
Thanks.
We'll go to Jackie next.
This is great. I haven't smiled so much all day. Everybody's stuff is great. So I picked the setting for mine was a gender reveal party because I think those are sort of creepy and anyway,
agreed.
So here's a box of delicious cupcakes.
Whiffa. Uh-oh.
I picked the bat crane.
I love the like this like finger creeping out of that space is so gross and awesome.
Thank you. I yeah, the drippy, because I was thinking of like the textures and I just thought it would be kind of extra gross if he was slimy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. It's a gender reveal party. I'm just gonna say they.
Yeah. Yeah, truly. I mean, the gender is clearly bat crane, right? Like that's what we got. Amazing. This is so fantastic. Also, like, great that you added color again. I'm just blown away by that stuff. So nice work.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
We're loving the drips in the chat, Jackie.
Oh yeah.
Jacqueline next. Here we go.
Hey, can I share my screen?
Yeah, let me change that up for you. There
Wow,
you go.
very professional mic situation here.
Thank you.
Are you an influencer?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not really.
Well, you're ready to be one.
Yeah, I'd like to do like Twitch streaming something. That'd be kind of cool. All right. So here's my guy.
Yes.
The crab / anglerfish, and I like the idea of like the stalks are the thing that scare me, I think, in like crabs.
Ooh,
So I wanted
yeah.
like the jaw and the mandibles and then the legs too. And then like but then I did it this way, and then I was thinking like, oh, it'd be cool if it was kind of like the eye stalk came out of a different place, but I'll leave that for the comic.
Oh boy.
And so it's like event. And I did event because I really like Dead Space, the game. It's just super influential. So
Yeah. Uh-oh.
like, chittering and chattering.
Ah!
And then,
I also love these presentations. Oh no, the glowy stalks.
yeah. And then
Ah!
and I
Oh
wanted
my-
the like eye stalks to come out of the mouth. I thought that would be kind of cool.
Yes, I love the way that the shading turns into the teeth as he's like getting close to us and like really playing with that depth of field and like almost making it second person where we become the person who's like being attacked and looking too close at this vent. Oh gosh. Incredible. Also, chitter is one of my favorite / least favorite like creature noises. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go to Nicole next.
you. This was awesome and super creepy. I don't know if I can control my camera enough to only reveal a little bit, but I took some Hitchcock vibes, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
I did the shower. And so this is the setup, and then the sound I picked was squelch, which I always think is like such a gross sound. It's like worse than moist, which is also a terrible sound. And
Oh,
then
yeah, there you
there's
go.
like the tentacle coming, which I realized I was like, well, it's hard to show if I like didn't want to actually show what it is with details. So then I was like, oh, whatever. And then with the last one is like it's all the way out, and then it's like maybe it's ink, maybe it's blood. We don't know.
Oh my gosh, I love the like head above and like the shadow of it and like the drippy pool at the bottom. I mean, talk about very Hitchcockian indeed. Like,
If I had it to do over, I would not have put the details in the behind the screen, but I did like have a little snake, like a little tentacle snaking
yeah,
out the side. So
ooh.
I was like, yeah.
That's great. You know, when they were filming that, they used chocolate syrup for the blood because it's black and white.
I did not know that, but that makes me so happy.
Yeah, so maybe it's chocolate syrup too.
It could be
Incredible.
chocolate syrup. That would be delicious. Thank you. This was great.
Thank you. Very spooky.
Totally did not know that. We'll go to Angel next, and then Aaron. Okay, here we go.
All right. Hi, folks. So this is only my third ever comic that I've ever made. So
Yay! Thank you for being brave.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks. So I chose the bat crane combo. So I was going for more like it gave me punk vibes. So
With
the mohawk and the whole like bat situation. So I just I made a cartoon where there's like bunnies and a rainbow and butterflies and stuff. And then there's like a bunny that comes close up when he hears the sounds. It's like, oh no. And then like you see the little guy peeking over here. The sun gets scared, so he pulls out the moon. He's like, nope, no thanks. And then he comes out and like, you know, surrounded by darkness. Now he's like the prince of the night or something like that.
Yes. Oh my, that's so fantastic. There are so many smart cartooning moments that you're using here is like really engaging of this kind of like idyllic like meadow situation, and then like the sun getting scared and swapping out for the moon is brilliant. I love that.
I
feel
thought
like
it was a little on the nose because I'm like, okay, darkness and light and like bubbly or whatever, but I kind of liked playing on that. So
yeah, in my head I hear like really beautiful like classical music in the beginning, and then it turns to like heavy metal when like the crane shows.
That's the vibe that I was going for. Yeah, thank you.
Nice, really great.
Thanks, Angel. We'll go to Aaron next. Let's see. Here we go.
Hey, everybody. I'm a first timer. It's good to be here.
Welcome. Me
Thanks.
too.
Thanks. Can I get the screen share?
Yeah, I think that's set up. There you go.
Cool. All right.
All right, yes.
So, got a little girl. She's by the staircase cabinet closet. Here's a little click.
Uh-oh.
Little dingle. Hey.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's so great. The like I love that like little smile. You got all those teeth in there. Like the little girl's like reactions. She like raises her eyebrow when she sees like that. Here's the first click. It's so great.
Yeah.
This is another really good horror movie setup where I'm like, don't go near the door.
Never go near that door.
She's got that curiosity. Yeah.
I know. I mean, as soon as the dingle light comes out, it's like, geez, she's gone for sure. But amazing.
I liked how this creature has sort of a giant daddy long legs feel. I like that one.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, those giant crabs are really the daddy long legs of the ocean, but quite a bit more dangerous, I think.
Cool. Thanks, Aaron.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Come back. Okay, go to Jemima. I think. Let's see. Hi there.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, this is my first time here, and this is such a cool place to be, so thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome, thank you. So I went with the birthday cake and the angler crab. So I have my first one here. It's backwards, but it's a happy birthday cake.
Yep.
With the candles and everything.
Like
And
beautiful frosting too.
Thank you. And then I had the second one. Again, it's backwards, but it's wobbling around. Wobble, wobble, wobble. And then for the third one, we have a glimpse of the crab legs and the little angler stalk thingy. And then the last one, the crab has fully come out of the cake. There's fire everywhere, there's cake everywhere, and it's absolute chaos.
That's complete chaos. That's so great. I love also like that guy looks like he's also experiencing chaos of like, how did I get in this cake? That's incredible. I love that the like details of the cake. I love those sound effects, that like wobble of like the cake structure and just that like punching through of like the claws is so smart. Very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job.
Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Here's Edgar, and I just put Edgar's link in the chat too. Edgar.
Yeah, thank you, Tom, for mentioning my storytelling event. If you like the stories I tell, you can sign up for free. And Beth, thank you for the inspiration on the creepy comics. This is what I did tonight. And wait a minute, here we go.
All right.
I have a one-word title, Nightmare Reality. It all goes into one word. And we start out with plastic bags filled with treasures or trash, and they're at the top of the steps. It's night, and the trash bags make a noise. One of them goes, hiss, and the other goes, ah! And now comes midnight as the ship's clock at the bottom of the steps chimes 8 bells. And we see the bag starting to open. You see figures emerging. One is going hiss, and the other is going ah! And the monsters reveal themselves in all their anger. Hiss, ah! And the other one says, "We are coming for you, Edgar." Am I having a nightmare, or is this reality?
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so fantastic. I love the like trash bag opening and like those mouths on those creatures are terrifying.
Believe me, they are.
Yeah, I'm seeing them right now. That's terrifying. And I'm glad they say Edgar and not Beth. So thank you.
Yes. They're not going to mess with you. But thank you. I appreciate it. I like the mouths too.
Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
Everybody sign up for Edgar's storytelling event on Sunday. It's in the chat. We'll go to Nikki next. Hi, Nikki.
Hi, everybody. And thanks, another great session. So that's my starting point. You get a nice cozy chair. And then the scuttles. This is the stuff my nightmares are made of. And then third panel, scuttle. Wow, crash.
Wow. That turned out incredible. And this is also what my nightmares are made of.
Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, great job. I love the reveal that the light is not just a cozy lamp. It's part of the guy. Really smart.
Very creepy.
Yes, thank you.
I see Rebecca has returned. Rebecca, are you ready? We can go to you next, and then we'll go to Christian, and then Jamie. Let's see. There we go.
Thank you.
Sure.
I had a very dynamic time tonight because this was my first time doing one of these outside.
and the sunset, and it started raining and it got very windy, and also the creepy crawly stuff. I know we're being cute, but I also want to say it worked because I got scared of my own shadow twice.
Oh no! I tried so hard. I'm sorry.
No. It's the point of it. But so I'm back at home and I'm settled now. And here, let me go on the right view. Okay, so this was my first 3 little guys. This one I was fully walking while I drew Leafy Octopus. And this was my anglerfish crab.
Ooh.
And this was my bat crane.
Oh.
And the bat crane won out for me.
Oh, yes.
I am going to try to cover like some other people have done so I can show them one at a time. So for some reason, the one that came to me was imagining them sneaking out of a department store.
I love that.
Wearing sunglasses and kind of a big garment.
Yes, perfect.
And then the one with the sound is the sound of the detectors going while they're running out of the store.
Oh my gosh.
The third one, my sort of like reveal was the bat nose. But I tried to convey kind of like a sinister, proud, peering over the sunglasses.
Oh yeah.
And full body reveal is all the things that they've stolen from the store, kind of flying out as they drop the garment.
I love that. That's such a fun, like another fun interpretation of the reveal of like, not only is it this being or this creature, but they've also gotten away with treasures.
Thank you. This was really fun.
That like glasses one, I think you did such a good job because to me it reads as like, oh yeah, and then they like fly away.
Exactly. Exactly. I love that you could feel all that.
Yeah, thank you. And kudos for the eventful and dramatic evening you've had. So thanks for joining.
Thank you, and my pleasure.
Thanks. Beth, you got time for 2 more? Well,
yeah. Oh yeah.
We'll go to Christian and then Jamie. We'll close that with Jamie. Here we go. Christian, if you're there.
Well, if you were there, you would say it's not. You weren't there. Sorry for that.
Hey, Christian. All right.
What
do you got? What do you got?
I just started and I basically made this.
Hard to see. You working on a creature?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm having a hard time kind of seeing it. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
keep
some
going.
legs. Cool. Do you have like a bunch of stalks coming out of the eye holes? Is that what I'm seeing? Whoa.
All right. Keep going. Put it on social media and we'll catch up with you next time.
Oh yeah.
Here it is. This is it.
Oh, is it there?
Nice. It's a little light, but it looks like I can see a bunch of legs. I can see maybe some like tendrils and like some eyeballs sticking out.
It wasn't
Very
eyeballs.
creepy.
Basically, no eyeballs. Basically, a spider, sea dragon.
Wow. Nice.
Thanks, Christian.
Thank you.
See you next time. And we will close out with Jamie if Jamie comes on screen. Jamie, we haven't finished. Oh, where'd she go? She does this all the time. Hang on.
What? Hold on. What?
You lower your hand before you.
I lowered my hand. Can you?
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know where the hand is again. Hold on.
All right, there you go. No, you
We got you.
Oh,
We got
okay.
you. We got you. Yeah.
All right, I turned it on. You can see my double chin. I'm hiding with the double chin with the comic. Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
We
All right.
have this dude and his chick. They've been together for a long time. She's been waiting for him to ask her to marry her, and he like hasn't done it. So he takes her to like Provincetown, right?
Yeah.
And she's afraid of the ocean, and she's afraid of sharks, and the ocean is infested with sharks there, right? She doesn't want to go. He says, "Look, we're gonna go," and his plan is to propose to her at sunrise on her birthday. So he's ready to do the thing. And then hold on, with my bad hand. Okay, here. Okay, so that's the sound. Is the
slurp?
It's the slurp and the ouch.
Great.
Because what is that? It's like we don't know what that is. His foot goes into some kind of sinkhole, but it's feeling pinching as well. That sucks. He doesn't like it. This is not how this day is supposed to go.
Yeah.
He's wearing his octopus shorts too. He loves octopuses. So then it's this thing. What the hell is getting his foot? We don't know what it is, right?
he's like, oh God, I think I stepped on a crab. This is horrible. My girlfriend's already afraid of the ocean. This is not how this is supposed to go. And then he lifts up his leg because the thing won't let go. And it's like this octopus worm creature thing that wants like his blood.
Oh my gosh.
His proposal has been ruined, and needless to say, perhaps their lives. He's got his octopus shorts on, that's for sure, and it really didn't go the way he thought. But at least he tried, and maybe they'll get out of there alive. You never know. An early morning jogger with a tourniquet might show up. We don't know. Anyway, I'm glad to be back. This was so wonderful, and thanks for having me.
This is great. I love that the little crab part is just the like tongue or the tease of like almost this like misdirect, and then we get this humongous thing. Oh my gosh, terrifying.
I might be scared of the beach now too, right?
I know. Well, I mean, we've all unlocked new fears this evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this. It was wonderful. Thank you guys.
All right, we'll go to back to Beth. That's a great way to end it. We've all unlocked new fears tonight. I like that.
It's true. And if you want to unlock some more fears,
there we
you
go.
can get my book, Tender, through Fantagraphics. My website is also, I'll type that in the chat. My handle, you can find all my stuff.
Just put that in.
There's that. And then my website is Beth-Hetland, HETLAND.com. Thank you. This is such a treat. I'm so impressed by everybody's stuff and like so inventive and exciting.
And it was so fun that you gave us that structure where there's this reveal at the end, and we all had so much fun delighting in this like mixture of being creeped out and scared and delighted, and just the ingenuity and the weird originality and just the weird combination. So thank you so much. Such a delight.
Yeah, thanks everybody, and thank you, Saw, and thank you, Tom, and
give a big
thank
round
you.
of applause. There we go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I can't watch the movie.
Thank you.
Everybody.
I feel as if I should make slurping noises or something like that.
Lots of good links. Go to Edgar's thing on Sunday.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Thanks.
Good night.
Thank you, Tom.